What is up, guys? We are back with round 6 of the Reddit Yu-Gi-Oh! Non-Meta tournament. Joining me today is Grandlam Echo Commentator. How you doing?
I'm feeling good. Really excited for today's game also.
Yeah, do you want to talk about these two players and the decks they're on?
So, I remember Evil Cyclone from last MNT. He plays a lot of, super stun-heavy decks. And I see he hasn't changed this time.
Yeah. Evil Clone is playing Subterror Numeron this time. So
yeah, last time was Barrier Statue.
Last time was Barrier Stun. You managed to take him down in, I think, top 8 with the
Yeah, it was a super close game.
Yeah, you defeated the evil. That was somehow made his way to top 8 in that tournament. But yeah, he's back with a different deck. Subterror is not totally free for this tournament. We did ban Subterror Fiendus because people wanted to still potentially have the option to play like Guru with like the flip monsters, but that didn't happen, and instead we have Evil Clone playing some true degeneracy here with the Numeron cards and the remaining Subterror cards as just like a disruption engine. Yeah, exciting. On the other side is Grand Soil. This is a very well-known Earth Machine player. The deck was popularized by Aerosol TCG, I believe, a couple months ago. And Grand Soil has really made a name for himself as one of the other players that is just really, really good with this deck. I believe he has at least one Extravaganza top with this deck, so one of the few players to like have a real-world success with this deck, which is really cool. Yeah, very strong players. These are both EXO, I believe, and this is round 6, so they're both undefeated at this point.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, any thoughts on the matchup?
It's gonna be weird because I haven't really been seeing what Numeron does without, Saryuja or Alpalooza. I'm assuming it's Mega Clubs pass.
Yeah, he does go for Mega Club sometimes, and it's funny because the Earth Machine deck is like primarily Xyz based, so we're gonna see if Grand Soil just has like a good matchup into this deck. So Grand Soil, his opening hand is 2 copies of Ash, Machina Overdrive, Machina Metal Cruncher, and an Infinitrack Brutal Dozer. So he has a starter, which is solid, but losing the die roll here, so only the Ashes as interruption. And then Evil Clone's hand is Pot of Prosperity, Power Sink Stone, Solemn Strike, Subterror Final Battle, and Hidden City. So Final Battle Hidden City is really just like all that there is to the Subterror deck. It's just like, you're not going to Turbo Fiendus every turn because Fiendus is banned for this tournament, but you are going to be able to go Guru and then just get flips with Final Battle. What I want to talk about is Power Sink Stone. Thoughts on this card?
Yeah. The ghetto skill drain from Star Strike Blast.
Wasn't this like bought out a while ago? Because people were hyping it up.
It's like bought out like every few years, but it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so basically after 2 monster effects, monsters on the field can't activate their effects, and then their effects are negated, but that's a reset every turn. But this applies to the entire field, so if Evil Clone summons like a Megaclops, then this will end up negating his own monsters. Yeah, so unclear how effective of a floodgate this is, but let's find out. Starting off with the Prosperity, going to banish 6, and then going to allow this, not actually ashing here. Because like at this point you don't know what he's playing, so you don't want to play into like a Gamma. So 2 Gurus, a Hidden City, Imperm, a Numeron Network, and a Prosperity. So I have to imagine he grabs the Network here. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Ash can't punish this either, so.
Right, but you also like you're gonna go into like a Mega Collapse, so I think you're fine with that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna use it, sending calling, and then just going to dump 3 Numerons to grave immediately and bring out Mega Collapse. So people should be familiar with this card. It just doesn't really die to stuff besides Xyz monsters, which is no problem for the Earth Machine deck. It's got several ways to get rid of this, I feel like. Several rank 9s to deal with this pretty easily.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, he just... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then this is why he's playing Subterror with it. He can just, Calling, I believe, is the one that prevents him from normal or special summoning.
It's just like a Red Eyes Fusion. Okay.
Yeah, it's similar. Yeah. He can still normal summon, but he can just also just set Guru and just flip it, which he's fine with. But the Ash in the City here is going to be pretty good. And then setting Strikes, Power Sink Stone, and Final Battle, which does nothing, and passing. So another Metal Cruncher for turn. Not going to do much.
Not what he wants to see here.
Yeah. So we're going to go Metal Cruncher, Chaining, Power Sink Stone. And then reveals Fortress, Bullet Train, and Derricrane, and randomly gets Fortress, which I think is good.
Fortress is pretty good here, I think.
Yeah, this is really nice, because he can crash this into stuff and then just destroy anything.
Yeah, it doesn't even activate, actually. So
yeah, and this is a really strong way to deal with all this back row. I don't really think Evil Clone can deal with like repeated uses of Fortress. But just sets Overdrive and passes. Draws another Network for turn. I don't think that's really going to get him anywhere. I don't even know if he can resolve this again.
I don't know if he banished the Nimrod expertise.
Yeah, it just goes into battle. Can't use this effect because these are not properly summoned, so you can't just like suck up your opponent's cards. So attacks over Metal Cruncher or tries to. Grandswell uses Overdrive here. This is probably going to get Citadel.
Citadel, cool.
Yeah, okay. Now these are going to loop, and he's going to have a really strong kind of recursive game against this Megaclops. Draws Gearbox, not one you want to see. Normal summons another Metal Cruncher. Reveals Bullet Train, Anchor Drill, and Derricrane, and gets Derricrane.
That's a pretty good one, too.
Yeah, so pitching Fortress and Box to summon back Fortress. And then is going to crash Fortress here. So this is the play I was talking about. Chainlink 1 Fortress, Chainlink 2 Citadel. So now you can't even strike this Fortress.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, and because they were both activated simultaneously, they kind of bypass this Power Sink Stone, only letting you have 2 monster effects per turn. So pretty well done by Grandswell. Brings out the Citadel. In phase 2, uses Brutal Dozer. This is going to be out with a strike, which I think Grandswell is happy with here. Like, he needs a starter still, but he does have Overdrive in the graveyard to shuffle back stuff.
Drawing Infirm for turn.
Yeah, it just goes battle again.
Oh, that's a really good draw here, too.
Okay. Solid. He still needs to get a normal summon, but he can just bring back Fortress this way.
Fortress. Oh, we're just going to see turtling on Fortress. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, how do you deal with this as this back row deck, right?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, if he had Guru access, this game would have been so different, because he would have just been able to get, like, feed this Archer and just, like, put this Fortress back. But that first Ash in the city really hurting. Yeah, just passes.
He's just not even attacking anymore.
Yeah.
Good.
Draws Twin but doesn't use it, so could have brought back the Dozer, but still just passing.
Archer finally coming out, though.
Yeah, I think this only shuffles back face downs.
Yeah, you have to have another Subterror, though.
I see. So he's waiting for a Guru. Draws Droplet.
No Droplet.
Sets Twin, passes. Draws Calling. I think just passing. Yeah, this is like a Mystic Mind. Oh yeah, no Mystic Mind involved in the chat. Just passing here. It was Ice Dragon. Another Ash. Draws Brutal Dozer. Now we're going to see Grandswell pull the trigger. Pitches Trencher, pops the Bluffed Calling and an Imperm. And then uses Trencher to bring back the Dozer, or tries to at least.
Ice Dragon. Oh, that's a strong one.
Yeah. Chain Overdrive. This is a really strong interaction because you can dodge Ice Dragon. So this is probably why he never used this. He was maybe reading a set Ice Dragon and wanted to keep this in graveyard as like counterplay.
That's really smart.
Yeah, which is I mean, you can kind of tell he knows his way around this deck, but it's a little unfortunate because his Ice Dragon was not drawn into until pretty recently.
Yeah, he read this like way far in advance then.
Yeah, he did. And then Evil Clone actually ashes the Overdrive. So
okay.
Yeah, it says, I'll hope that you are desperate. Yeah, so it gets rid of the Dozer. Has to set Ash here. Doesn't want to take 4K to the face. This game is swinging rapidly in the direction. Yeah, I think he may have waited too long to make a play.
Yep, Guru finally touching down.
City going to flip. Gonna use Ash here. Flips the Nemesis Archer. And then shuffles back the Ash. And then this is gonna be a lot of damage.
Will be game if he doesn't flip that Droplet.
Yeah, he's gonna have to Droplet here after Resolution, so it goes up to 34 and then half to 17. But I don't know what he does to recover from this scenario. Yeah, draws 20, that's not gonna do it.
Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah, so Evil Clone taking game 1. I think that was could have gone either way. I think Grandswell respecting the sets a little too much. I think when he had twins, he could have just gone for it, but maybe he felt like he needed the card in hand. But yeah, kind of just like the power of, of sitting on Megaclops and getting to Guru, even without Venus, is still kind of putting in work.
Yeah, Towers and MNT are crazy.
Yeah. Grandswell in game 2, gonna have a really solid opening hand. This is gonna be Harvester, Citadel, Ice Dragon, Urgent, and Ash Blossom. So no like extenders here. So only this Harvester to rely on, but the Urgent is always nice.
Yeah, keeping Urgent going first is interesting.
Yeah, I think he knows this game is going to stretch out, and so he just wants like a high value card. Evil Clone's hand is going to be Gamma Seal, Numeron Network, Final Battle, Ash, and Archer. And anytime you open Numeron Network is scary because I've seen Evil Clone just like win matches in like 5 minutes because he just Numeron Networks and like OTKs you with all the gates.
And no one respects it, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it's really scary. It just comes out of nowhere. But yeah. So going to Harvester here, going to allow this. A lot of people don't really know when to interact with this deck. Dozer seems to be a common point of interaction, so I'm going to drop the Ash here on the Dozer. Makes it Goliath, sets Ice Dragon and Urgent and passes. Draws Crackdown for turn.
Alright, okay, here comes Network.
Says K. So this is going to resolve. So is this game if nothing happens? Because this is 1k.
No,
and then
it's
the rest
only
is
6k face.
Yeah, so it's 6k. You're right.
He's not afraid of the overdrive if he's reading one.
I mean, he says, "Hey, you most likely have it," so I think he doesn't really have an option except to play into the overdrive. He could have kaiju.
Well, I mean, he could Gamma Seal the machine monster.
Yeah, no, you're right. Maybe, because then all these guys on the Gamma Seal is game, right?
Yes, actually, yes, it is.
Huh, yeah, so unclear. Well, maybe that was a better play. Maybe he could have read a droplet or something, because he did see a droplet in game 1. But he does say overdrive is a scary card.
Oh, yeah. He's just doing it now, okay.
He's just going for Goddess. This is interesting. Yeah, I think it's I think it depends on what you're reading. Because he says he was reading overdrive, but I think you're right that you do just kaiju. Is he restricted?
He can only summon once after he resolves it.
Yeah, but he can summon before that as much as he wants, right?
Yeah, he could just summon Gamma Seal.
Yeah, it's only restricts you if you control no monsters. Okay. I think that was maybe the way to go, but you never really know what to read in this scenario, so...
Yeah, I think he just dies there always. I guess Urgent Schedule plus Overdrive gets him there too.
Yeah, he can wall in defense, and then Urgent would trigger... if he, attacks over one of the Earth machines, then he can just Citadel. So he wouldn't have been dead, I guess. Maybe he wants to...
Well, does he play 2 Citadels? Because it's stuck in his hand here.
Well, he can play Fortress, right? And then... Does this not come back from hand? Ooh, it doesn't.
No,
okay, so he has to wall. Yeah, he has to wall with Fortress and another card. But yeah, interesting stuff. I think this is still okay.
Yeah, our end phase or just schedule's
yeah,
big.
It's gonna be strong. So summons Trencher and Harvester. Draws another Ice Tracking for turn. I think this is a curious card to keep in this matchup.
However, that loses to a Goddess, so that might be a heads-up play too.
Ice Dragon?
Yeah. Goddess can prevent graveyard summon effects, I think.
Right, but also it's tricky because you can't bring these back, so you're only using this for what? I don't know.
Guru's a dragon, Archer's a fairy?
Maybe just try to hit 2 Gurus with it and just pray.
Yeah, that's wishful thinking.
Yeah, he uses Ballista to grab Box. Box to grab Anchor Drill. This is an interesting one.
Anchor will get the Citadel to him.
Uses another effective Ballista. I've rarely seen this used.
Yeah, it pops 2, I believe.
Yeah, so it pops a trap, and then it sets an opponent's monster's attack defense to 0. Okay, so he's targeting his set. Granswell used this to kill me in a tournament match 2 weeks ago, so... yeah, typically you use this with the train cards and you set up an OTK, but probably just trying to get value out of this here, and this is also going to affect this with no problem because it is a targeting effect. And then it says, sure, adding anything to the chain. So change Ice Dragon here to bring back the Ash to his field. So he wants to get at maximum value out of this prison. Then Evil Clone will chain Goddess here.
Will negate it, okay.
Oh, that's potentially a misplay. Because since he chained Prison and then Goddess negated the activation, Ballista can't pop the spell trap. So...
Oh, that's
really wacky. That's really wacky, wow. Yeah. So he can't destroy his Ice Dragon, so he doesn't change the Goddess to 0.
Yeah, that's so specific.
Yeah, no one ever thinks that interaction. Okay, so he's just gonna have to deal with that.
Really good. He brought that up.
Actually. Yeah, I mean, at least the Goddess was forced out here, because now we can just Trencher freely. I think if he hadn't forced out the goddess, he would have probably tried to go battle phase to kill this somehow. Because he wants this Trencher to resolve really badly and get the Harvester back.
Yeah, now killing's actually an option.
That's very interesting. So goes Harvester for Dozer. Normal Summons Anchor Drill brings out Gearbox. This is an interesting choice.
Yeah, what is he going for here? Is it Ding Gear suit?
I think it's a Ding play.
He's not locked into machines, is he?
I mean, Ding is a machine, so...
Yeah, I mean, just in case. I guess he is just making Ding here.
I don't think anything is locked him at this point. I think only Dozer's effect from Dex locks him, which he hasn't used this turn.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, just mixing gears right here. Summon is fine, and then uses the effect to send. Sends the Crackdown. So yeah, it doesn't use Crackdown here on anything. So makes a Goliath, and then uses the Dozer from hand to bring the Goliath. One of the strengths of this deck is just spamming Goliaths into the graveyard, and then you can get your draw twos with this Tunneler.
River Storm about to come out.
Yeah, the Rhoda of the deck. That's Fortress. Fortress put in a lot of work last game, and this will also get the Citadel in the graveyard. Goes into
that Fortress
battle.
Forcing this out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna crash the Fortress, and then actually popping the Spell Trap, not popping the Goddess here.
You could just suicide it again with and he has Ding protection, so.
Oh yeah, he can suicide the Citadel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so getting rid of the back row. This is damage step, so can't really get any mileage out of this. Not that he would want to flip.
Yeah, it's just Archer.
So then Riverstormer attacks to Archer.
He can attach it, I think, if he's going for it.
No, I think.
Yeah, all the infinite checks XYZs have that.
Chooses not to. Maybe he's gonna link this off, so there's no point.
Yeah, true.
So he goes to Umastrix instead of Guru. And then crashes the Citadel, detaches from Ding, like you said. Pretty cool. Yeah, and then just links it off, so there's no point attaching to Archer.
Alright, we're gonna see a rank down here.
Yeah, gonna use Tunneler first. So shuffling all this back. Drawing Bullet Train and Overdrive.
Wow.
Overdrive is
that draw is crazy.
Yeah, although if you already have Citadel access, I don't know how much you appreciate Overdrive. Pitches Bullet Train for Fortress, and then uses Anger Knuckle to send Fortress, bring back Bullet Train. And then, yeah, goes for rank 10. So sets Ice Dragon and Overdrive and passes. So not even dealing with this Umastrix, doesn't feel like he needs to. I guess feels very safe against this. So dodge Prosperity for turn. This is probably going to be ashed.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, there's the ash. I'm going to Kaiju over the Dora. And then using Umastrix to target the Anger Knuckle, which is just going to chain and get rid of itself. So definitely.
Can Umastrix target itself? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you think he could have networked again?
Yeah, for network. Sucks.
Yeah, could he have done anything there? I mean, he has Overdrive, so he always just has Citadel in the battle phase. Which just always kills all the Numerons. So I think this is quickly becoming unwinnable for Evil Clone.
Yep, I imagine we'll get the big one. Yep.
Yeah, so gets both Cruncher and Citadel here. And then the Bullet Train is going to add back in the end phase as well. So this deck's resource game is really just nuts. Draws an Ash, uses Harvester here, adds Trencher, links into Blackluster Soldier.
Okay.
And then uses Fortress to summon itself, Harvester to make itself in Fortress level 9.
Enter Blaster.
You're going to make it yeah, just go for game here. This is 8,900, so yeah, that's going to be game 2. Going into the all-important game 3, Evil Clone going to choose to go first. Unsurprisingly. Okay, so he has 2 judgments. Numeron Wall, Ash, and Guru. So I think this is almost insane. I think this is almost as good of a hand as you can hope for, except you would rather this Guru be a city.
Yeah.
So just a Guru on its own isn't going to do much on the first turn, but after the first turn, if this can start racking up searches, then it's going to be a huge problem for Grand Soil. And then Grand Soil's hand is going to be Trencher, Droplet, Metal Cruncher, Anchor Drill, and Redeployment. So pretty much all engine plus the Droplet. This will out like Megaclops, for example, but he doesn't have any backer removal. But I guess fortunately for him, there's no floodgates from Evil Clone. There's just only 2 judgments to deal with. So we'll see if that's enough. He's gonna wall immediately, goes for network, sending calling. And then uses it, sending 3.
3. Oh, 4?
Oh,
okay.
what is this? What in the hell? Okay,
Yeah.
Beauregard Dragon. I actually completely forgot that he summoned this in this match. So it brings back stuff that was destroyed and send there this turn, but with his effects
You can
negated.
switch the meta position of something to face up.
So this is a mini book of Taiyu for his Subterror Guru, and this is spell speed 4. Okay, so
great.
I guess he just figured that the Megaclops doesn't do anything against the Xyz deck, so he just goes for Beauregard Dragon instead. I think it's hilarious that he's even running this.
This is 4 disruptions actually. It's kind of funny.
Because Guru will
Guru's
add...
now
Oh,
gonna
because he
switch
can do
mana
this
battle?
on his own turn.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah, so sets Guru, uses Beauregard. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
His final battle. Okay. So I guess I was just wrong about City being relevant here. Is Beauregard Dragon. Okay. Jeez, draws another droplet for turn. Not really going to do much. But we'll see if this game goes long again. So we're going to start with the redeployment.
Oh, searching overdrive here would be big, but
Yeah,
okay.
chooses to discard the Infinite Drag instead.
Okay.
Because he wants to get his play started somehow, and then just gets ashed. I think Gruntroil is really valuing Machina Fortress in this matchup, which I think is totally correct. But the ash there is pretty brutal. We'll start with Anchor Drill. Just gonna judgment this. And,
Just
like,
negating the summon.
why,
okay.
why bother? Why bother thinking if you have 2 judgments and a disrupt? Like just shotgun your judgments.
Trencher's probably gonna bring this back, right?
Yeah. Damn, reading is hard. That is why you bother thinking, I guess. That is So this wasn't summoned. This never used this effect. Now I can just freely go ahead and summon the Metal Cruncher. Yeah. Metal Cruncher's gonna add a Dozer here probably. Yeah, reveals 3.
And this beats out the other Solemn Judgment.
Yeah, Judgment really not as good as Strike in this specific scenario. Dozer's gonna get a Tunneler. And then going to go for Goliath
just
number
linking it.
1. Goliath number 2, and then probably the Ancient Gear Link. Yeah, goes for Ballista. He's gonna Judgment again on this summon.
Is this something you would judgment?
So this is just gonna get Box, which is gonna get probably another Trencher, right?
I don't know all
potentially-
the defenses and attacks for it, but
So this always gets
Oh,
Box, and then Box always gets, I think, either Trencher or Harvester, and he's already normal summoned the Anchor Drill this turn. But he would get, like, a starter, and then he would try to Tunneler back. So really, the Tunneler is the nice part here, I guess.
yeah, I would be more like hesitant to use up the Solemn Judgment because you have 1 disruption left now.
Yeah, and you're also at 2,000 life points, which is coincidentally Gustav max range.
Yeah.
But I guess if you have the Guru, right, you're, like, kind of okay with it.
Yeah, maybe there's a droplet play because he knows the final card is Final Metal, so.
Yeah, he does. He's gonna use Tunneler here, so gonna get the draw too. So like even despite the 2 judgments, still managing to get some of the stuff engraved. Shuffle his stuff back. Just gonna put back Goliath, Cruncher. I think that was 4. Yeah, I think he forgot to.
I'll put back 1 more.
Wait, yeah, where's Cruncher? Hold on, let me just double check the log. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he said drill, but he forgot to shuffle back drill. Hopefully that's not a big deal.
Okay.
I think this is pretty late into yeah, this is a 65-minute game so far, so a lot of things might get left behind. Not really a huge deal. Gonna set both droplets.
Oh, they're just passing on this? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really have a play, right? Because you drew Harvest or Citadel, so this is like really just for next turn. But with 2 droplet, maybe you feel safe. Especially because you can just pitch the Citadel.
Yeah, off the droplet, okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna flip Guru face down, then Beauregard it back face up. Man, this card gets Archer.
This
Okay,
card is crazy. Okay.
draws Network.
Another network
Not doing
return,
anything.
not that good.
Yeah, Evil Clone's deck potentially failing him here. Drawing a lot of Numeron cards in this game 1 and game 3.
Droplet? I guess not. He's
Not
gonna
using
take it.
Nothing in damage step. So, yeah. Drop out one of the few cards that you can use after this final battle attack boost.
Can he bring back this Infinite Track if he wanted to?
It summons in... No, it summons in any position.
Okay.
But he has to send a card in the spell and trap zone.
Oh yeah,
So there's no point.
nothing you want
And
to.
he can't send his field spell because it's not in the spell and trap zone. So there's no point in bringing back this Goliath. Yeah. And he knows he can't go for games, so he's not even going to bother to final battle to attack boost. So you're going to flip face down, Beauregard again. This is basically just having a hidden city. Like, really kind of crazy.
2 final battles now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Top
Urgent
deck's
schedule
good. That's
off
an
the
amazing
top.
deck.
Feels good.
So I'm not going to start with it. I'm going to start with the Harvester. Gets Dozer. Uses Dozer. And then Dozer again. So only the Guru is left as Disruption. Yeah, gonna use Guru.
What do you even
He
do?
really wants to
I
stop
feel
the
like
rank 5.
that might have been a little premature, but
Yeah, because...
it's just box, right?
if you're Grand Soil, you don't care... Like, you're not gonna go for rank 5 here, while the Guru is
Yeah,
fine.
you 100% don't.
So you're gonna go for, like, Ballista or something here. But Ballista does put the Trencher in the grave, and that's just to summon back, so... Maybe there's just no good time to use his Guru. I don't know.
That's so awkward.
But also
Okay.
with the droplets, like, it just never matters, I feel like, because he can always just send his set monsters.
No, Droplet can't send set monsters.
Can it not?
Solely face up cards.
No, it's hand or field, right?
Send any number of other cards from your hand. I swear it said face up, but okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's gonna do that right now, actually.
Oh, he's just doing it right now. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, you're gonna have the Beauregard. Treasure on Drill. He knows both sets for final battle at this point, so he's only not sure about the unknown card in hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Okay,
Go
yeah.
for Citadel summoning
Yeah, it's just
Gustav. Is that the game? Oh man. Okay, Gustav max for game. That's gonna be it. Jeez.
Wow. Earth Machine showing just how well it can play through Disruption. Oh, it's
Yeah, that
four
was
Disruption.
that was 2 judgments in Ash and a final battle, and then a flip every turn. Yeah. He didn't even have to use Droplet like the first turn. Like,
Yeah, no,
held
he
it.
just had both the entire time.
Yeah, and then he didn't even Droplet the Guru either. He just used it to make room. So, jeez, man. All right, this deck is I think it's interesting watching Grand Soil play this deck versus some of the other players who don't have as much experience as Grand Soil. Like some of the plays that he does just show that he knows the deck really well, and it's pretty awesome to see in action. And I think with both players having a 6-0 record at this point, they're both guaranteed top cut, so I will be looking forward to seeing both of them compete in the top 32. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for round 6. Any closing comments?
Earth Machine's really good.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, stay tuned. Remember to like and subscribe. We will be out with another feature in a couple days. See you for round 7. Peace.